Okay, so what I want to talk about is tinnitus and how I don't think it's actually a sound that you're afraid of. And the reason I say this is because we're exposed to a lot of annoying sounds all the time. People's lips smacking when they're eating, crickets. A fan is quite annoying if you think about it. However, a lot of people find comfort in a fan. I sleep with a fan on. A lot of people sleep with fans on. The point is that sounds, we hear sounds all the time. And like actual silence for a human being doesn't really exist. Like think about like, is there ever really a time when you're in actual silence? Like even if I'm super quiet right now, I still hear my air conditioner, maybe a dog barking down the road, the camera focusing in and out. So even in times when it's like actual silence doesn't actually exist. Like, so the idea that people are, oh, I don't have silence. Well, very rarely are you even at a point where you really hear nothing. So, the sound itself isn't something that I think is causing the emotional trauma. And the reason because of that is there are a lot of people who get tinnitus, right? Really bad cases of it, and it doesn't affect them. There are a lot of people where that happens. That's why it's called bothersome tinnitus or bothersome tinnitus. It's because it's an emotional condition. It's an emotional reaction to a stimuli that you are experiencing. And so if you can understand that, you can begin to understand where your suffering is coming from. Your suffering is coming from your response to what is happening. So think about it this way. Say you were to get in an elevator, right? And two people were to get in the elevator. And the elevator were to get stuck. And you have one person in there that's just like, okay, well, I hope I get out eventually, but I'm just going to chill out and sit here and see what happens. And then there's the other person who just freaks out. Oh my God, I'm stuck in an elevator. I can't get out. Loses his mind. And then, 8 hours later or whatever, the situation sucks, whatever. Maybe they had to like pee on the floor and they didn't get to eat food or whatever. But I'm just saying that in 8 hours later, they both get out and the other one is fine. He just goes on about his life. He got stuck in an elevator. No big deal, is what it is. But the other person has to go in and go through counseling because it emotionally traumatized him. Same experience, completely different responses. So it wasn't the experience that traumatized this other individual. It was the response to that experience. Tinnitus is the same exact way. What causes the pain and the trauma isn't what's actually happening, but it's the response to what is happening. So I think that what people really are afraid of at the end of the day, this is what it is. I'm going to break it down. You are afraid of being stuck. That's what it is. You're afraid of being stuck because a lot of times people will talk to me and I'll talk to people about this. And I had this thought too, originally when it happened. I was like, oh no, it's here. I can't turn it off. I'm stuck in this. I can't control it. It's beyond my control. I can't turn it off. I'm stuck. And that's an extremely terrifying thought, but the reality is that it's true. You are stuck in this roller coaster of tinnitus. But here's the thing. You've been stuck anyway. You're stuck in reality. Like nobody asked you if you wanted to exist. You were stuck in, a lot of people are stuck in jobs. A lot of people are stuck in relationships. A lot of people are like, there are so many different places in life that you're probably this probably hasn't been the first time you've been stuck. You've been stuck in traffic. Why didn't you freak out then? Well, eventually you knew, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be back out of traffic and it's going to be fine. So the point is that like there's so many situations in which you were stuck before in which you didn't freak out. Like you're stuck in reality. Like you're stuck in the fact that you will live and you're going to die and you can't change that. You're stuck. And it's like, so why then do we choose tinnitus to freak out about? I don't know. It's a great mystery. But that was one of the things that I realized. It was like, I am afraid of being stuck. Right? I'm afraid of being stuck in an elevator. I'm afraid of being stuck in like, if I was like riding a roller coaster and I can't get out, oh my gosh, like I'm afraid of being stuck in this, oh no, it's this sound. It's here and I can't turn it off. So basically what I'm trying to say is that like, if you can begin to shift your mind to not respond in such a way where you freak out, okay? You begin to respond in such a way where you don't freak out. You're like, I hear it, whatever. I don't have any thoughts about anything. It's just neutral. My response is neutral. That's it. Then over time, your brain stops saying, oh my gosh, you're stuck. Your brain stops telling you these thoughts, and you don't even gravitate towards these thoughts at all. Like when you hear it, so for instance, I have tinnitus, very loud. I still have it. I never notice it. And when I do, I noticed it like earlier when I was setting up the camera, and it was like, whenever I do, my brain has no response. It's just like, oh, that's tinnitus. That's it. Oh, that's just tinnitus. The benign sound. That's it. It's of the same literally as well, I would actually say it's the same as like if I'm eating in a restaurant, I hear someone smash a dish in the back, but that's probably a little bit more intrusive than tinnitus for me at this point. It's like the same as like I'm outside and I hear a sound or like a squirrel or something like that. That's it. Like, I don't know. It doesn't trigger any emotional response. And that's because over time, when you begin to lessen your emotional response, right? You begin to dial your emotional response back because you cannot control the situation, okay? And so you can control your reaction. When you can begin to control your reaction, you stop experiencing that fight or flight response and you really begin to let go. Your brain starts to put the sound in the category of benign sounds, and that is when you really stop noticing it all the time. You get to a place where you're completely recovered and it's not a big deal and it's like this never happened, and you're out helping people, living your life back. So that is possible, I think, for the vast majority of people. And I'm doing a coaching program, okay, where I help people go from suffering to a place of like dread and suffering to where I'm at now. Yes. It's really cool because you have access to text me, call me. I set up a customized plan for you and I walk you through the steps, and I'm there for you as a coach every step of the way to bring you to a place where you're enjoying your life again. So if you're interested in that, comment below. I'm going to put a link in the description. Fill out everything. You can get on a 15-minute phone call, consultation phone call with me, and I'll see if it's even a good fit, because it's really tough because people who are still trying to stop the sound, it's very difficult to work with, and you have to kind of be at a place. You have to be at a place where you can, like, I will even, decide to work with you, because a lot of people just aren't there. So if this is a good fit, hop on a 15-minute call. I would love to talk with you all and get you to a place where this isn't bothering you anymore. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Make sure to comment below. I will be talking to you all later.